Take a breath with me. Slow, easy. Let the tension slip out of your shoulders and let your jaw soften. Let your mind stop scanning for problems it hasn't even reached yet. Because what you're about to hear is not motivation. It's not hype. It's not something you randomly stumbled into. It's confirmation. You didn't pause on this message by accident. You didn't just happen to stop scrolling at this exact moment. Something inside you has been quietly asking a very specific question lately. Not loudly, not desperately, but persistently. Is this really it for me? Am I ever going to experience real financial freedom? Was I actually meant for more, or am I just imagining it? And instead of answering you with noise or drama, the universe has been responding in a different language. A quieter one, a more precise one. Through patterns, through timing, through moments that feel too aligned to dismiss. If you're honest, you've noticed them. Things lining up in strange ways. Thoughts appearing right before events. Money-related moments that feel charged, almost symbolic. A sense that something unseen is rearranging itself behind the scenes. Here's what most people don't realize. Before someone experiences a major financial elevation, before a breakthrough that changes their life, their reality starts shifting first, internally and externally. Money doesn't just arrive out of nowhere, the person has to be prepared to hold it. And that preparation comes with signs, very specific ones. The first sign is the one your logical mind keeps trying to brush off. Repeating synchronicities, especially numbers and timing. You glance at the clock and it's 1111. You open an app and see 111. Receipts, totals, license plates, video timestamps, 222, 333, 444, 555. You tell yourself it's coincidence. But it doesn't feel random. It feels pointed. These patterns are not decoration. They are alignment markers. When 111 or 1111 keeps appearing, it's not just about wishing. It shows up when your inner state is syncing with a new external trajectory. Your thoughts, emotions, and future direction are lining up. 222 often appears when things are stabilizing beneath the surface, even when your mind is unsure. You might be questioning yourself, wondering if you're wrong, and suddenly there it is. A quiet reassurance that what's unfolding is already being held together. 444 tends to appear during pressure. When bills feel heavy, when responsibility piles up, it's not a warning, it's reinforcement, a signal that you're supported while foundations are being reinforced. And 555 is movement. It's the sign that change isn't approaching. It's active. It's unfolding now, even if it feels chaotic. If your relationship with money began shifting around the same time these patterns showed up, that's not imagination. That's your trajectory locking into place. The second sign is more internal and harder to explain to people around you. You're losing tolerance for low-level money conversations. Complaining, mocking wealth, normalizing struggle, bonding over lack. What used to feel casual now feels draining. You don't want to sit in conversations where money is treated like an enemy or a joke. You don't enjoy repeating stories about being broke just to feel connected. It's not judgment, it's resonance. Your energy simply doesn't match it anymore. And at first, this can feel isolating. You reply less. You pull back from certain chats. You disengage from loops of negativity. Not because you think you're above anyone, but because something in you is quietly saying, I don't want to live here anymore. That voice is important. People who experience real financial elevation don't build their lives around scarcity language. They don't worship lack as an identity. They respect money. They feel safe around it. They speak in solutions, not cycles. So when you feel yourself stepping away from financial negativity, you're not disconnecting, you're transitioning. The third sign often gets dismissed, but it matters more than people realize. Small, unexpected financial wins, not life changing yet. Subtle ones, a bill that's lower than expected, a refund you forgot about, a discount you didn't ask for, someone paying you earlier than planned, a gift that arrives right when you needed it. Maybe even a near miss, close, one symbol away, one number off. Energetically, this is huge. Before large amounts arrive, the system tests your capacity with smaller ones, not to tease you, but to observe your response. Do you tense up, dismiss it, feel unworthy, or do you receive it with calm gratitude? Those small wins are training moments. They teach your nervous system that money can enter your life without danger, stress, or collapse. Your future level of wealth requires a regulated relationship with receiving. If these moments have been happening more frequently, they're not random, they're rehearsals. If this resonates so far, pause for a second. Don't rush ahead. Let yourself acknowledge it. And if it feels right, drop a simple comment saying, I'm ready for what's next. Not as a request, as recognition. Now we go deeper. The fourth sign is physical. Your body is reacting differently to money. There was a time when thinking about finances triggered anxiety. Tight chest, shallow breath. Racing thoughts. And while you may still feel some of that, there are moments now where something else appears. Calm. You look at your situation and instead of spiraling, you think, I don't know how yet, but I know I'll be okay. That's not denial, that's regulation. Your nervous system is learning that money does not equal threat. That safety doesn't have to wait for numbers to change. This is critical because people who receive money without internal safety often lose it or sabotage it. Wealth stays where it's welcomed calmly. When you feel steady before proof arrives, it means you're becoming someone who can hold abundance without fear. The fifth sign is your intuition getting louder. Not dramatic, persistent. You feel nudges. Rest now. Say no to that. Look into this. Apply there. Check this today. It doesn't scream, it repeats. Intuition is the navigation system of your future self. Before wealth shows up physically, you're guided into position energetically through decisions, timing, and subtle redirections. When your inner voice becomes clearer around money, time, and energy, that's not random. That's alignment steering you. The sixth sign can feel uncomfortable. Parts of your life may be breaking down. Jobs, routines, relationships. Plans that once felt solid suddenly feel unstable. This is often misinterpreted as failure, but collapse often precedes elevation. Wealth can't rest on misaligned structures, so the system begins clearing what no longer fits your next level. What drains you? What underpays you? What keeps you small? It may look like things are falling apart, but they're actually falling into place. If you're in that season, hear this clearly. You're not being punished, you're being repositioned. The seventh sign is the most powerful. Your identity is shifting. Even if your bank account hasn't caught up yet, you no longer fully see yourself as someone destined to struggle. You imagine a different life and it feels familiar, not distant. You see others living well, and instead of jealousy, you feel recognition. You start respecting your time more, valuing your ideas, speaking differently about yourself. You stop claiming lack as a personality trait. You stop identifying with struggle. Identity directs money. When you unconsciously identify as someone who always struggles, money obeys that story. When you shift into someone who expects alignment, support, and expansion, money rearranges to meet that expectation. If you recognize yourself in these signs, this message isn't here to entertain you. It's here to confirm you. You're not waiting to become wealthy. You're becoming the person who can live with wealth. Take one more slow breath. If this feels true, if something in you knows this is your path, then ground it, either silently or out loud. And if you want to anchor it further, comment, I accept what's aligning for me. Because millionaire timelines don't begin with money, they begin with recognition. And the moment you stop arguing with your future and start walking toward it, reality begins to adjust accordingly.